So today we are doing a beginner's guide on the Earnin app, and you can actually see the app here in real time that we're going to go over and show you some of the different sections when it comes to getting started with this app. Now you don't need to see my face, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go off screen here for you so you can just focus directly on the app. Now, as we go through this, if you decide to go ahead and sign up for the Earnin app, I'll have a link for you in the show notes down below to go ahead and get started. That link will get you a nice sign up bonus and take you to the right homepage to get started with opening up your account. All right, so here we are on the homepage. So just to kind of give you an example of what this is all about, you can see over here on the bottom left-hand side, that is the home tab. This is what is going to load up for you when you open up your account. So the first thing you're going to see over here is the cash out section over here for you. You can see that it says $50 available to withdraw. And you can see over here on the right-hand side, it's going to be our bank account that we've connected at the beginning of opening up our account. So that's our current balance in our Capital One account. Now for us, we can go ahead and click on transfer earnings. And I'm going to show you this first before we go into the rest of the app here for us. So if we click on here, that's going to take us to this little like wheelhouse over here. And you can see again that we have $50. Now the amount that's going to be available for you is going to be pretty much determined based off of what you typically get deposited into your account. Now, because I'm a small business owner, it's a little bit more difficult to get my number up a little bit higher since I don't have a direct deposit going into this account. But once you do have your direct deposits going, you can go anywhere from $50 to I believe it's like $250 available to withdraw right away. And you can see you could use this for gas, groceries, rent, anniversaries. It's your earnings. It's whatever you want to do with it. So from here, we can go ahead and pretty much swipe down on this kind of like a Wheel of Fortune, almost kind of circle here. Let's say, hey, we want to go ahead and transfer out this $50. Let's go ahead and click on transfer out at the bottom. So then right over here, it's going to ask you if you would like to leave a tip. Now that might sound a little weird at first, but this is what makes Earnin kind of different from a lot of other places is that when you pull this money out, there are no mandatory fees. You can see right over here whenever you need that money. So these tips is what allows them to continue to do what they do. Now, there are potentially other fees depending on your delays of actually paying this all back. Because of course, this is something that you are taking money and then putting it back in. So you can, again, do that in the future if you needed to. So from here, we're going to go ahead and click on continue. Now from here, you can choose whichever dollar amount you would like to contribute as a tip. You can go ahead and click this little pencil. And similar thing, you can actually have a little wheelhouse as well too. And if you really needed to, let's say you don't have the ability to add a tip today, you can do a $0 tip if you absolutely needed to. Now from here, this is going to be your confirmation here, just double checking everything. It will have your total transfer out. It will also give you a potential option for lightning speed, which will get you that fund really fast. And then for us right over here, it is going to be something where it doesn't cost us anything. But if it did, it would show you that total amount if you wanted to go with it. And then if you do leave any tip, for our example here, we're going to do $1. But if you absolutely needed to, like I mentioned earlier, put 0, you can. But just keeping in mind to have this access available, tipping does give them the opportunity to keep on doing this. Now from here, it does let you know the repayment to Earnin would be by a certain time period and a date. And so just something to keep in mind when going through that process. So from here, if everything looks good, you're going to click on transfer out plus tip. And you can see right over here, it says that right into your account right over there. So you can see everything went through for us. And when I go and check in on my bank account, I'm going to show you guys what that's going to look like on your bank account end. So I just went over to my bank account right over here and we can see that $50 went into this account. So that was really fast. I actually got into my account faster than I can go through and load up my bank account from the Earnin app. Now let's go ahead and jump back over to Earnin. Now the lightning speed as well too is very interesting. In this example, it didn't cost us anything, but at some other points, it can cost you some money when it comes to having that lightning speed. So just something to keep in mind when it comes to going through that process. All right, so from here, we're going to click on done. And now we're here on the homepage and our cash out has gone down to 0. Now, keeping in mind, if you have a higher dollar amount, you don't have to withdraw all the money that is in that account, but you can if you really wanted to. Now, as far as repaying this total, what we can do is here on the homepage is actually slide down over here. You're going to see a couple things like your account activity, and then you're going to see a couple different things. And right over here, you can see your upcoming repayments, and you can see it's the $51 because it's 50 plus the $1 tip we left. And you can click on view and pay right over here. And from right over here, you're going to see that total repayment that you get to do, when the repayment date is, and then where it's going to get pulled from. Now, it's going to let you know that it does need to be pulled from a certain date. But if you want to pay it early, you can go ahead and click on pay now if you want to go ahead and get that taken care of instead of waiting until the repayment date. But either option will work for you. So for our example, we're going to click on pay now. And then it's just going to have a confirmation, making sure the total dollar amount, the date, and then where it's pulling from all looks good. And from here, we're going to click on confirm payment. Payment has been successful and it's going to get pulled from our account, and we can click on done. And now we're back here on the top page, and you can see our cash out has gone back up to that $50 or whatever dollar amount you would have available now that you've paid back whatever difference you've had. Now also too, there is a save tab over here at the bottom. Looks like a jar here for us, and it is considered a tip jar here, and it's kind of a tip jar for yourself actually. So you can actually have multiple different jars here for you. You can set up auto save, and effectively this is kind of like your own savings account if you wanted to. So this money that you would be adding right over here, or you can even put in whatever total that you would like, is actually money that you would be transferring from your bank account into here to be able to save up for anything. Now, something to keep in mind is that this does not have an APY. So if you'd want to be earning some money, it's not honestly going to give you any benefits on that front. Now you can name the jar if you would like, and you can also give it a goal. So as you're adding money to it, it'll let you know when you hit that total goal. But again, without that percentage of earnings on your actual money, it might not be the best, but if it's a place where you need to keep some money extra, like a little emergency fund, it might be very beneficial for you. Now, there are additional features and functionalities when it comes to using the Earnin app, but this is a beginner's guide. So we just wanted to cover some of the most basic and important features and functionalities when it comes to using this app. Now, if you don't already have the account and you want to go ahead and sign up for an Earnin account, I'm going to have a link for you in the show notes down below to go ahead and sign up. That actually gets you a $25 bonus using our link exclusively. Now that link does help support us out so we can make more free content just like this for you. And speaking of free content, I'm going to post up my next video right over here so you can keep on learning and growing when it comes to using your financial apps.